How's it going, everybody? Day 5 of groups officially done, and what a wild day it was. Quick thing, we're not doing too much of a recap today, just going to give general thoughts because we got a bunch of other things to go over. So we're going to split this video into 3 different parts. First part is going to be a super quick recap, just general thoughts on the day. Second part is going to be breaking down now that the format has changed yet again, as well as kind of going through the general thoughts. And then just kind of an overall thoughts section as always. We'll do a Q&A as well. I know today's Sunday, so you guys are used to doing Q&As. There'll either be one on Monday or Tuesday. I don't know. I'll record it right after this. I just got to figure out what we're doing for the schedule. I also got to recap the World Championship for y'all, which will be kind of just general thoughts probably. But yeah, really looking forward to the following days. So to recap, last day of groups. So for those that are unaware, today was the last day of the double elimination process. They were trying to get teams from 12 to 9 down to the final 8. There was 4 that were already in there. Those teams were Moist, BDS, G2, and FaZe. Those teams have been sitting cold for 2 days and are going to play tomorrow, Championship Sunday. The teams that qualified today, in no particular order, were K-Corp, Furia, NRG, and V1. Those teams had to play in a lower bracket semifinals, and the results were insane today. Between NRG playing against December, where only Cassie was on stage because the 2 players are playing in the hotel. V1 finally upsetting Space Station and taking it to him, playing aggressive and winning 4-2. Beast Mode, I think, scored all but like 2 goals in that series. You had K-Corp upsetting Falcons. I think a lot of people had Falcons winning in that, but quite the fight that was. K-Corp went up 2-0, timeout called. Falcons went up 2-0. And then K-Corp doesn't call a timeout. They just run it back and win 2 in a row. Crazy stuff. Bunch of overtimes and stuff, so that was pretty crazy. And then Furia looked like they were going to smack the Club right away, but Club put up a fight, brought it all the way to 7. The crowd seeing those 0-second goals in those moments, and it like looks like it's going to be a goal. God, this crowd's been nuts. It's been a lot of fun. So hopefully that's coming through on the broadcast for everybody at home. But yeah, crazy stuff across the board. Awesome to see. Gives us our last teams. So for our final bracket and the way this works out, which we're going to get to part 2, which is explaining how this works. We over the last like week and a half, I think we're at like 9 or 10 days now, have played 53 best of 7s. That's a lot of Rocket League, and now we are down to our final 7 best of 7s. Because they are purposely trying to make sure that there is no same region matchups in the grand finals, they want to make sure the World Championship is not between NA or EU, stuff like that. They have seeded the playoffs accordingly, and it ended up working out to where both North American teams will play each other in the quarterfinals and semifinals. And in the other side of the bracket, EU teams and South American teams will play each other to make sure that there is no repeats when we get to the World Championship. So the tally for Worlds, we got 4 NA, 3 EU, and 1 SAM, which I would say is pretty accurate with how results have been lately. In the bracket itself, and the way that it's going to go, is they're going to run matches, and I'm pretty sure the schedule is out, and I could be wrong on this, so there is a chance that this changes. It is going to start with matches at 11 Central. And the one they're starting with is version 1 versus FaZe Clan. That'll start at 11 a.m. Central or noon Eastern. That'll be a best of 7. They will then do, after that, G2 and NRG. After that, they will then do BDS and K-Corp. And then after that, they will do Moist and Furia. After that is done, they will then go back. And the winner of V1 FaZe will play the winner of G2 NRG. After that, they will then do BDS K-Corp winner will play the winner of Moist Furia, and then those 2 teams will then progress to a grand finals. So you're talking these teams now who have already secured a guaranteed, let's take a look at the prize pool, a guaranteed $100,000, which is the exact same as winning a regional entire prize pool. Normally they'd only get 30K of that. Now they each are getting 33,000, which is insane to think about. And every game here on out at least doubles your prize winnings. If you go past this round, so if you're 5th, 8th, and you win your match, you then go top 4 guarantee, and you get 200K. You get out of top 4, you make it to the grand finals. At minimum, you will make $400,000 split 3 ways. Winner takes 600K. So we now are in the point where we are playing with 1.2, 1.6 $1 million is going to be played out, and we're going to find out who's taking what in those portions all tomorrow / today when you guys watch this video. So they're all best of 7s. There's no bracket resets. There's no double elimination. It is win and you progress, lose and you go home. We've been building for this specific moment for about 2.5, almost 3 years. and I'm like so excited. We haven't had a World Championship since December 2019 in Madrid, Spain. We didn't have anything because of RLCS 9. We didn't have anything because of the RLCS X season. No, like, we got circuit, but we didn't get anything else. So everything has been building for this specific moment, and I'm so excited to be able to celebrate that with the fan base and with everything going on. So that is what is in store for tomorrow. My general thoughts of how it's going to play out, how I feel about things. Some things, all of the high seeds, Moist, BDS, G2, and FaZe. We have not seen play in 2 days. The last time we saw them play was not in front of the main arena. They have not played in front of the 13,000 crowd. They have not played on stage. They have not felt the rumbling of the people cheering. It is going to be 2 days of not truly competitive integrity environment. They've been playing scrims and practicing, but they have not played in that environment, which is different. Will that make a difference? That's something of concern. The other side of things, is it going to see some major upsets? Are we going to see a team that potentially gets upset right away? Or like we've seen in the past, where one team just gets really, really hot? A couple other options that have been brought to mind. Moist has been looking pretty dang good. Probably arguably one of the favorites to win the whole thing because it seems like they just are super confident. You've got a team like G2 that's going up against Energy. That's like El Clasico 101 from back in the day. And there's a chance if G2 wins the whole thing, maybe JNAPS retires. That's been kind of the murmurs and the whispers. Maybe it doesn't. So you've got that. You've got K-Corp still on their revenge tour trying to prove everybody wrong with the blue wall, going up against BDS, who's been looking significantly better. Energy seems to be in a really good vibe in the press conference, looking very, very confident. You've got V1 and FaZe, which, again, FaZe has shown that they can absolutely clap some people. V1 has shown highs and lows, but they're changing their play style, and they arguably looked the best they've looked in a very long time in yesterday's match. So it's up in the air, and I haven't even brought up Furia, who looks just as confident as Moist, and they play a very similar style. So I think that top side of the bracket looks pretty dang scary. The lower side of the bracket as well. Like, I think when you get to these moments with this much on the line, this much pressure, it is truly anybody's game. It is going to come down to those little moments that separate things, and that's what makes this game so special. Been watching the games with people who are very new to Rocket League this weekend, and watching them become engulfed in what is happening has been a lot of fun. So yeah, at this point, people would want me to say who's going to win it. I will say my two favorites, G2 looks incredible, and BDS looks pretty dang good too. But it's been a couple days, so we'll see what happens. I will say every single one of these teams, all top 8, 100% can play upset. They can 100% win the entire thing. They can definitely win the World Championship. But it's going to come down to who does it best on the day when it matters most. So I'm excited to see how things play out. We got 7 best-of-7s on the day of this, which is Championship Sunday. And then we all go home and we wait for the next season. So with that said, if you guys see me in the crowd today, if you guys are watching this video, please come say hi. I would love to meet every single one of you. I'm going to do my best to get a bunch of rest tonight so we can make sure that tomorrow is truly something to remember. And I look forward to that moment with all of you. So I'm going to go record a Q&A video. I'm going to go get some rest and some food. And hopefully we see you guys live in the audience. But that is going to do it for me today. If you guys enjoyed the content, as always, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.